presentation, I would like to invite Abhigyan Narvariya, who is the Product Head CSR and Government Initiative with Next Education India Private Limited. To give you a background, he holds more than 17 plus years of work experience in the corporate academic field, ranging over training, sales and marketing, customer relations, process and productivity, team training, reporting and benchmarking. Can we welcome him with big round of applause, please?
So today I'll speak about the most important topic, that is ICT in education. And before, we have also heard about some points regarding 3 A's, the affordability, adaptability and accessibility. We'll also talk about these features, how we are connected with our solutions. So let's start with the ICT in education. To be technology literate is one of the mandate in 21st century. Even though the basic of language arithmetic remain a sturdy foundation upon which all real-life pursuit draw applications, everyone today is impacted by the massive shift in information and communication technology, that is ICT, including computers, the internet, telephone, televisions, radios, satellites, etc. has made life easier. To keep abreast the technological paradigm shift, it truly harness the full potential of ICTC, one must transcend from IT literacy to fluency. A new mandate has emerged which adds to scenario responsive agility and paves the way for synthesizing and sharing knowledge in the most suitable manner. The first step, we creating a healthy learning space, is to normalize the existing and influence of technology in our daily lives. There are 2 ways to achieve this. First, by teaching ICT as an integral subject, the focus lies on the efficient use of computers and the internet technology. Second, by integrating ICT with the knowledge facilitation process, both collide to make young learners aware of the untapped wonders that technology can offer. As with all introductory concepts, it won't be surprising if the national civic institutions of education and human resource development play the role of a sponge, thereby absorbing the mandate. Since technology knowledge has the potential to be digitalized, equalize, the term learners encompasses everyone involved in existing teaching learning matrix, including learners and facilitators. The first way involves teaching ICT to new learners as a formal education in India might take the form where schools will offer computer education classes on weekly basis. The same computer curriculum can be taught to students under different subjects named like IT class, ICT class, computer science class, robotic, etc. As such, the name may or may not convey the scope of what is taught. For example, an IT class may only introduce a student to the fundamental of subjects, such as basic of computers and some office application. On the other end, computer science is a vast stream encompassing information over the ever fundamentals and exploring the underlying principle governing the device and software. In reality, the course may well turn out to be equivalent to an introductory ICT literacy courses. This is where academic program design come into picture. To pioneer concepts, computer science curricula, if we taking a trouble of covering fundamental and basic application, why not use opportunity to embed an exploration of the how and why? Behind the hardware and software, why not delve into the underlying thinking skills required to make efficient use of office application and program, such as planning, systematic gathering of information, mind mapping, logical reasoning, and algorithm thinking. Rather than simply mugging up computer facts, figures, and function, a consequence progressive curriculum such as the inculcate to interdisciplinary concepts and development of life skills, that the fast-forward learner's journey towards technological fluency. The second way involves the integration of ICT in instruction process. This can impact the learning of any non-technological subject. Take an instance for a grade 7 history class. Suppose the facilitator instructs a student to take a project describing medieval Indian dynasty. Rather than using old chart papers and picture pasting, this project work can easily be presented using modern technological methodology such as digital presentation that incorporate text, audios, and videos, thereby making it more lucid and coherent. This way, 2 learning outcomes can be achieved: learning history in more comprehensive manner and belonging with ICT. Take another example of science classroom, where the facilitator wants to introduce the concept of heat as a function of atom displacement to students. For a first-time learner, the concept is tricky and hard to conceptualize within the confinement of science lab. This is where digitized and interactive educational content can change learning for good. Through animated and visual attractive simulations, the phenomena that was difficult to perceive become clear and more understandable. ICT indeed possesses the potential to augment a classroom fascinating ways. In order to make instructions more technological driven, outcome oriented, just installation of educational device and the mere presence of smart classroom tools won't be enough. The facilitator has to have thorough understanding of the core concept, zeal for effectual lesson planning, and most importantly, sound knowledge of how to utilize the technology tools in the best possible way that will make a learning seamless and practical. UNESCO Institute of Statistics published information paper in 2014 about pedagogy, general didactics, and psychology. It is important that when we speak effective ICT integration, we make a conscious distinction favoring augmenting over supplanting. However, the factors that impede a swifter move towards effective ICT integration are many numbers. First, we need to be IT literate. Second, we need to get kids IT literate. Third, we need to implement IT classroom, and it should be related with thematic integration, the interconnection or interlink with other subjects. Concern that teachers might have. Technology can't replace teacher. Is like someone has already talked about. Technology is it's a replacement of teacher. The role of facilitator is a prime importance. A technology integration curriculum would equip teachers to make a student adapt to 21st century learning and better prepared for all future endeavors. So this is a small blog for ICT. Let's talk about what are the different solutions we are offering it. The first solution we are offering, that is digital classroom setup, so that in a functional way we can provide all the facility to all different learners. So this digital classroom caters all different type of learners, like maybe auditory learners, visual learners, or kinesthetic learners. And this digital content, once we show the particular content, we can easily explain all the abstract things, which is never possible in earlier days. Second, if we talk about, so we have introduced the computer mastery. If we talk about computer curriculum, there is no specific curriculum or there is no governing body who has designed like how we have to teach and what we have to teach. So that is the reason we came up with the computer mastery curriculum with a collaboration with the IT Mumbai. In computer mastery curriculum, again, we are focusing on the skill, we are focusing on thinking process. If we talk about what kind of job will be exist after 15 years, the technology or the programming, the syntax we are learning as of now, is this relevant after 15 years? No. So what type of education or what type of a skill is required after 15 years? So that comes into picture, that is a 21st century skills. A curriculum which involves a collaboration approach, critical thinking, communication, like in computer mastery, you will get all the skills development. In computer mastery curriculum, we have introduced the scratch programming, where a student can think step by step process. We have introduced this scratch programming from grade 3 onwards only. In computer mastery, again, we also talk about interdisciplinary subjects. It's not all about we are talking only computer as a subject. So you'll get lots of example which is related with the science in computer only. You'll also get some example for geography, history, which is connected with the computer. So that's what we saying, that it's interdisciplinary connected. It's integrated with computer science. And we will also talk about the adaptability or affordability. In affordability, we are also giving the FOSS-based application. In FOSS, that is a free open system softwares. So we are using the Linux, we are using like Python. So we are also giving us such type of training. Now, if we talk about accessibility, in accessibility, we are providing the apps so that a student can access any content from anywhere, right? And along with what kind of deliverables we are giving it, we are providing the teachers training, we are giving a teachers capacity building training program, we are providing hand-holding sessions, we are also taking care of initial assessments. We'll go to a particular school, we'll go to particular center, we'll do some assessment, initial assessment, that is baseline assessment, then after like 6 months, we'll go for the midline assessment, and after that, we'll also go for the endline assessment. Now, if we talk about the 21st century skills, again, we also talk about robotics, right? Robotic comes into picture. Nowadays, like everyone living with everyone can find one robot in your home. So what kind of curriculum we have to deploy in our educational purpose? In robotic, we focus on the STEM-based approach, a particular curriculum which has a science, technology, and engineering mathematics. Now, it's more elaborated, that is a STEAM learning. STEAM is science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So, our computer mastery curriculum is completely integrated with the robotics activity. In robotics, a student, they will prepare a robot, they will do a programs, they will write a program, the stepwise thinking, logical thinking. I'm taking a very simple example. Let's say, a student has to follow an equilateral triangle. They have to make a program for equilateral triangle. So what process they have to think here? So first they have to understand the principle of equilateral triangle, right? For equilateral triangle, what is the principle? All sides should be same and angle should be 60 degree. Now, let's say if I'm asking how you will think in step-by-step process. So the first step would be, I have to move from one point to second point straight, then I have to take a turn, either left turn or right turn. How we have to take a turn, right? So 60 degree angle. Now how we'll measure the 60 degree turn? This is the difference between conceptual and practical approach. In practical approach, we have to take a 120 degree turn, then we'll get it 60 degree turn only. We have to take an exterior angle turn along with. So in this way, we have incorporated all the logical and thinking skills in our computer mastery curriculum. Along with, we have also introduced the LMS, the complete NLP. So we talk about accessibility. In accessibility, like LMS, again, the complete content will be accessible across the world, across the globe. Anyone can access any content, for be it a science, be it a maths, like that. Okay. Now, so we have already talked about the ICT-based education. The access of various mode. What is the various mode we are accessing it? The learning should be collaborative approach. It should be a teamwork as a team effort. It should be also personalized learning. How we can get a personalized learning? Again, with the help of ICT only. So personalized learning in terms of adaptive assessments. We can also raise some adaptive assessment to students. So if, let's say, I'm not good in science, so I can design the assessment as per my requirement. Now, next is the group learning and distance learning. So this is, I have talked about the computer mastery curriculum. In computer mastery curriculum, we also cater the social and mental skills. In social and mental skills, we have also incorporated some yoga and asanas. We have also take care of our health, right? So we have also include our some good practices, what to do, what not to do with the internet things. We have also incorporated all the well-being things. So these are the some themes which we have inculcated, and the best part is in computer mastery curriculum we have focus on fluency rather than literacy. If I'll talk about knowing only MS Word option, can I write a good a script? No. I can consider myself as a IT literate, but I cannot, even if I cannot write a good script, so I cannot consider myself as a IT fluent. In the same way, knowing only PowerPoint options, can we make a good presentation? No. Knowing only all the options from email, can I write a good email? No. So we should become a IT fluent rather than IT literate. That was our motto for the computer mastery curriculum. So I'm just closing my session here. If you have any queries, if you have any questions, please, I love to answer it. Thanks. Yes.
Please elaborate a little about internet safety if you all are working on that.
Yes, very true. So internet safety, again, we are not aware about, let's say if I ask to students, we have to prepare a slide or we have to prepare a PowerPoint presentation for the environment. So generally what we do, we go to internet, we directly download the pics from internet, all the environmental related, we never check either it's a copyright or it's a Creative Commons. So such type of advantage we have incorporated. How because now internet is a vast, so how we can control our students. For that, we have also included all the safety rules in our curriculum. Yeah. Anyone else? Okay, thank you so much.